So I've never done this, and I am very nervous. Okay, don't say I think that's rule number 1. But I'm following my own advice. My own advice is always something like, oh God, this is so nerve-wracking. Okay, I am following my own advice and doing something before I'm ready, doing something, hey guys, thanks for being here. Doing something before I'm ready, doing something that makes me super uncomfortable. I'm always telling other people to do these things. And so here I am doing something before I'm ready. I'm not ready at all. I still have the flu and my house is a wreck because I'm behind on life. But I knew that if I didn't do this now, first of all, I know the first one is always the hardest. Like anything, like going to the gym or starting a new food thing or a new meal plan, new healthy habits. It's always like just getting started is like the sucky part. So I'm doing the sucky part and doing my first live before I'm ready, without notes, just going for it and getting, I don't know if y'all have heard this term before, but getting the reps in. It's like, it's obviously referring to like working out, but it's just, like the more you practice something, the better you get at something. So I can't practice something if I haven't started. I can't improve on something if I haven't done it. So here I am doing my first live, not ready, super nervous, and it's just an experience, part of the journey. Okay, so the other thing is I have a big thing with what I know I'll regret if I don't do. So I have the house to myself for like 15 more minutes, maybe. And I would really like to get everything taken care of. I do like to have things kind of up to par, like the dishes, the laundry. I like to have all that done. And it hasn't been done because I have the flu, as I've mentioned 100 times, but it's like ever present, omnipresent. But I can do that anytime. I can't really hop on a live when the house is full of people. So I knew that if I didn't, and I don't know when I'm going to have the house alone. I don't know when I'll be alone again. It'll probably be a couple days. And so for the next 2 days, I'd be like, I should have done the live when I could have. At least I'd have that one under my belt. So I'm here to do the thing so that I don't regret it for the next 2 days that I didn't do it when I could. That's another thing I talk about. It's like envisioning. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Embodying the future self. Like, what would your future self want you to do right now? And I've gotten really good at putting myself in that future person and being like, well, what would they be? What should I do now to make my future self feel better? Right. Another way to look at it is what can I do now to make things easier for my future self? So, and I do this too when I'm like trying to, if I'm trying to not like eat too much, like there's certain things I do this with. Like if there's a candy I've been eating too much of, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to have like 2 instead of 5. Or I'm not going to have 0. I'm going to have 0. It's just easy math. I'm not going to have any red vines until Friday. And I can go into the pantry on Monday, and if I see the red vines, well, I can be like, I can see tomorrow and be like, I'm going to really regret it if I have this today. Although the truth is with red vines, I just have to not have them in the house. If I want them on Friday, I need to buy them on Friday. Okay. So that's why I'm doing the live. That was a long explanation. It's like practice. You got to practice the things that make you uncomfortable so that they become comfortable and then you can get better. So I figured I didn't know I was going to talk about all that right now on the live. I figured, I was like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? And I was like, well, I can just talk about why I started the LFG. And I didn't know I was going to launch into all that other stuff. But I think it's helpful, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. So gross. Sorry. I don't know how long I'll be able to be on this. This is not prime. This is not prime material. This is not prime health. Which is funny because I'm like a health page, I guess. But this, I don't know. It's kind of weird, actually. My kids got over theirs really fast, and I'm like lingering. So good times. So I have a few more minutes. And I guess thank you all for being here, whoever is here. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. You know what? Let's do this. Because I'm not feeling well, and because I'm short on time and have no game plan whatsoever, and am literally here to practice and try this out, I want... Oh, God. Hey, thank you for being here. Hey, let's do this. I thank you all for being here. Shoot, what was I going to say? God, see? Okay. This is why I need practice. It's really nerve-wracking. If they could, like, make the live button up there, like, not hot pink. I mean, I get the point, but it's kind of like, oh, wow. But why don't we, since I'm short on time and don't feel well, how about you drop your questions that you have questions about? Drop the topics you have questions about, or drop your questions in the comments, and then on my next live, I can answer the questions. That. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll talk about, oh God, it's getting hot. I don't know if it's because I have a fever or because I'm nervous. Okay. So the LFG, I'll be honest, I'm obsessed with this plan. I feel like, I mean, if you know me, and I think you do, I was working in gym starting at age 20. It may have been 19. No, it was 20. And I did sales, I did operations. Eventually I did personal training. And then I broke off and I had my own personal training company. That was a really quick way for a long time. But I've just been in the fitness industry for a long time, and I've been in gyms ever since then, you know, if not even before. I mean, I was working out before I was 20, obviously. And I always felt like I was, working for something that I couldn't quite obtain. God, I'm blaming the sickness. And it felt like I knew what I was supposed to do, but it wasn't necessarily working the way I wanted it to work. And it seemed like I was always trying to figure out, like, there was always this thing like, weights or cardio first? You know, how long do you do each one? And it was always like this mystery. There was like this mystery formula. No one knew exactly what it was. And some people had figured something out because they looked good and were super fit and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I guess the point is that when I did figure out this formula, because I had not ever been as strong or as fit or as lean as I was when I found the LFG. Like when I was 40, that's when I did this. And it was kind of like this weird light bulb, I can't believe this is happening moment. Like, not to sound like, this is not supposed to sound like whatever, but like I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, I cannot believe that I did that. Like, I cannot believe that that's my arm. Like, that was like mind-blowing to me. And the fact that I was 40 when I did it and not like 25 when I had, you know, the different, you know, 25. And it was just like, this is amazing. Like, this is so cool. I can't believe I finally figured it out. I've been trying to figure this out for 20 years, and I finally have it. And I was so excited to have finally figured out the magic formula. And so so I put it all down. I put it all down on paper, packaged it up into the LFG. Obviously, there's so much more to it. What was it? God, sorry. Good. I think it's the trash man. I'm so sorry. And it was, so I packaged it up, put it in there, and it felt, I'm like, this is great. This is great because I wanted to tell everybody. I wanted to be like, how can I tell everybody that I figured it out? I finally figured it out. People have been asking, and I was always like, well, this is what it's, this is what's supposed to be best, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, now I have this formula. I'm like, this is what works. This is actually what works. It works so well. And you can just plug into it and it just works. And there's not a whole lot of thinking. It's not like it's time consuming. I do recommend working out. There's, I know this, I get a lot of pushback on this actually, on like the gym thing. And if anyone wants to chime in here, like what is so offensive or so off-putting about going to the gym? I'm trying to figure that out. I know that I'm a gym person, so it's like different for me, I guess. I don't know. But like, it's not like I was always a gym person. I had to become a gym person, like I was scared to go to the gym at first too. But like, people are like, well, do I have to go to the gym? And it's like, it's like, don't we all know now that lifting weights is important for your health, like for bone density, for muscle strength, for core strength? As we get older, this gets more and more important. So I am kind of having a hard time understanding why people are so like disgusted by the idea of going to the gym. And, and I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, I can't convince people to want to go to the gym. Like later on in life, they'll be like, damn it, I should have probably gone to the gym. Like I knew I should have. It's almost, this is going to probably sound dramatic, but it kind of reminds me of cigarettes. Like we all know cigarettes are bad. Some people still smoke, not a whole lot. Well, not in this country. I say this. There's a lot of smokers out there. I just usually see them in other countries. But it's kind of like we all know that lifting weights is really important for so many things. Why are people so against it? Just because it's hard? Like it's hard for like 5 minutes. It's hard for like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes even. It's not like you're doing it all day long. Okay, sorry. I kind of went off there. But it's just something that's come up a lot. People are, do I have to go to the gym for this? And I'm like, well, it's good for you. I don't know. It's not like I'm asking you to go jump off a cliff. I don't know. Okay. I went off a little more than I expected. So no one has any questions right now in the comments, and that's cool. That's cool. But if you do have questions, please post them so that I can answer them in our next live. Because I do want to do it again. I do need to get the reps in. So I will do that. But thank you all for being here. It's the sickness, okay? Thank you all for being here, for those of you who are here. And if you're joining the replay, thank you so much for joining the replay. I hope that you leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to know moving forward. This has been great. I'm going to go blow my nose and take some medicine and tidy up the house. All right. Bye, guys.